We have a case of art fixing. If you guys don't know what art fixing is, it is when people take an artwork that they think is objectively bad, that's their opinion, and they make it better by changing aspects of the artwork. Art fixing is obviously a hot topic in the art community. In my personal opinion, art fixing is allowed as long as you have the consent of the other person. Art fixing obviously is bad if you do not have the consent of the other person to fix their artwork. It's like the same thing as like, hey, if you look at somebody and you're like, oh yeah, you should get some filler and Botox to fix how uneven your face is. That might be helpful if they ask for your opinion, but if they never asked and you just told them that, you are now an a-hole. It's like that level of bad, okay? So this all starts with this post made by this account called Just Edits 101.
Hey guys, so apparently there's this girl who is fixing weird art, and I was her first victim. She literally took the color out of my art. She said, "Are you brain dead because I put the sweaters blue?" Like it's literally not that deep. She called me a lazy because I didn't put clothes on my character. She's supposed to be like that. I decided not to put clothes on her cause I don't even draw the inappropriate stuff. In the caption, she said that I needed tips. Anyways, I'm going to show you her fixed version of my art and tell me what you'll think about it. She literally changed the skin color, saying that skin's supposed to be more natural and saying the sweat needs to be more natural too. Anyways, that's it by 3.
Oh, yeah, that is very, very, very disrespectful because clearly whomever did it did not have the permission of OP or Just Edits. This is Just Edits OC. Also, people in the comments who are calling them a tracer, being like, you're tracing, da da da. So they're just drawing over a base. If you're not in like the base section of, I guess, the art side of the community, it might look like tracing. The thing is, like, a lot of people will make bases, which are just body poses, etc. poses. And then as long as you have permission from the person who made the base, you are allowed to trace over it. It's like a whole thing. Some people sell bases. If you buy it, you then have the rights to use it. Some people make free bases, so it's free for anyone to trace over, and then you draw your character over the body pose. That's essentially what it does. So this one, they like showed the base later. It seems like they have the permission to use it. There were actually 2 accounts that I found, at least, that fixed, quote unquote, the artwork, which I think is really interesting. This was the account that fixed their artwork. The account is called Fixing Art 5, which is already like, kind of odd.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be fixing weird art by Just Edits 101. First, let's get rid of this scar. Like, why does she have it? It's unnecessary. Now let's get rid of the blue sweat. Sweat is not blue, girl. You brain dead or something? Now let's get rid of that weird goop on her face. Like, that is disgusting.
Like, not only are they fixing the art that the original artist never asked for, so that's already mean as fuck as it is, but all of these insulting comments on top of it, crazy. This for sure has to be rage bait. Like, it for sure has to be rage bait.
I don't like the green eyelashes. It's just so weird looking. Put some clothes on her. It's not that hard, you lazy fuck. That's just disgusting to leave her naked.
There is the lazy F accusation. They actually said it.
Time for to finish product 3.
It basically spent all this time erasing.
Make the skin not yellow anymore. Skin is not yellow. Like, what is wrong with her? And I don't care if it's an art style. That's it.
That's the fixed art. It looks worse. Yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna comment on this art piece. This is absolute troll behavior. Absolute troll behavior. A day later, or like a little while later, the original artist put out a second video.
So another person fixed my art. I'm not giving their username to anyone because I feel like they're a kid. So anyways, here is the redesign to my character. I like it. You can kinda tell it's my character, just kinda. They kinda gave the same reason as the other person. Like they gave her clothes because she was naked. They also said I needed more realistic hair and realistic eyes and realistic hair and finally realistic skin. Anyways, time for the art piece now. I won't have to use my yellow blob.
But there was a third account that fixed their artwork.
Fixing this ugly art. First off, the eyes. Why do you have diabetes? This was supposed to be Chloe. But I gave up, so in fixing the skin bikinis, why do you have jaundice?
Yeah, the googly eyes are honestly kind of wild. Yeah, we don't talk about the middle row of teeth. we just ignore that. So then the person who posted that rage bait then dropped this like a day later, writing, "Hi, I was rage bait and I've decided to stop now. I was diagnosed with depression and I'm not doing too good right now. Sending those threats didn't help and I'm also going to knock some sense into y'all. First of all, if there's somebody on your FYP getting on your nerves, don't comment. It will only make more content come on your FYP and possibly make the whole thing worse if you get into a fight with the creator. What you could have done is click uninterested or block. Thanks a lot for reading this." Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did have some small suspicion that I was like, maybe this could have been a situation where like the artist made a whole bunch of accounts to try to like promo their art by making rage bait to push it. The odds of that is honestly crazy. Like that would be some really, really diabolical behavior that is pretty unlikely. But I mean, I guess on that theory, they all do seem to use the same drawing program, so I don't know, right? So I know we are jumping a little bit, but going back to the original account, the Fixing Art 5 account,
Hello everyone.
they then posted a second video, like a day later.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be fixing weird art by Masked Artist 4. This one will be easy. No horns, be realistic. Same with the tail and the eyes. Anyways, that's if you want me to fix your art. Just message me. Hello everyone. Today we'll be
And they captioned this one was easy, tagging the artist, "I will be doing more soon," which having a full account dedicated, like this for sure has to be rage bait, but just still going out of your way to do this is just wild. But the original artist of that OC or that art piece, who goes by their Twitter handle Masked Artist 4, they make a post writing, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna pronounce the name right, Xenox is an experiment in a fantasy realm. She doesn't need to be fixed. I like her design. Her eyes are pitch black with white pupils, so she's not soulless. If you don't like my art, scroll. It's not that hard. I like my OC and she's very pretty in my defense. Then the Fixing Art account dropped this. Fan art for Just Edits 101. Remember the original character? The one with the green hair? And they have a little drawing of the green-haired character getting curb stomped, essentially. Which is wild! Look, that person is very highly likely a kid, but you need to get off the internet, like, really badly. And then this was a video that Just Edit has posted.
Hello guys, I just have to say, Tissum for 1000 plus followers. I love y'all so much. Tie. Okay, so I'll be taking a break because Fixing Art 5 Ascend me death threatig. Here it is.
So there's some DMs telling you, yeah.
So yeah, I'll be taking a break. I'll still be online, but I won't post videos.
Allegedly, they're dropping death threats. I mean, we saw it. The curb stomp. Insane. And then people kept asking Fixing Art 5 to show their OC. So they drew it, and this is how their OC looks like. So Fixing Art named their OC Julieta. And then it's absolutely wild because people on the internet, on TikTok, went and fixed this artwork. So this is just one example video.
That anatomy looks weird.
And then here is the finished product where we can kind of see. But yeah, a lot of people on the internet fixed the OC's art. And then to wrap it all up, Fixing Art has not posted since this account, and their bio reads, "I quit, F y'all." And Just Edits has grown their account from, I guess where they started was below 1,000 followers. Now they're at 20,000. It's such an interesting way to run around. This is crazy. Look, at the end of the day, those fixing accounts are likely very, very heavy rage bait that were done by kids. So don't go send hate to them at the end of the day. Those accounts like aren't active anymore anyways. But regardless, it's only children that engage in this type of behavior. So don't interact with them at the end of the day. Some people, again, have a conspiracy theory that maybe this is all a grand scheme orchestrated by the artist to try to get more eyes on their artwork. You need a lot of free time for that. Could be possible. But it's the internet, we never know. But if it is the case that there's all these accounts fixing their artwork, that is so effed up and that is so rude. Rage bait or not, you need better things to do with your free time. honestly. It turns out it was rage bait. There was like a theory, but it was a play for clout. I had a little bit of suspicion that something was off with that scenario, but I wanted to give benefit of doubt because if it was the case that somebody was genuinely maliciously fixing their art, then that would be really bad, right? But there was a little bit of conspiracy theory, and you guys in chat also had that conspiracy theory where you guys were like, wait, what if it's just the artist that's doing it? And again, I had that suspicion in the back of my mind, but you can't know for certain, right? So to accuse of something like that without necessarily substantial proof can be a little tricky sometimes.
Obviously, the Just Edits guys alt, I don't get how y'all are falling for that. You recently made your account and suddenly there's a new fixing art account targeting you? Okay, bro. I've played these games before.
I'm glad more people are speaking up about this. But I wanted to talk about just_edits 101's explanation.
Oh, and by the way, this video is by Meowzons.
For those who don't know, there was an account called fixing_art5. Obviously they fixed art, but they only fixed just_edits 101's art in one other person. Many people think, including me, that it was their alt. This is because of the constant targeting, as if they made the account for pity and attention. I would have been on their side if it wasn't for the explanation. This is because they basically just said, if I was them, I'd trigger warning life. Also, another person is fixing my art now as well. Which is weird because they weren't well known until fixingguard_5 popped up. Also, a lot of people say fixingguard_5's art style looks a lot like just_edits 101. Which I do agree, but it doesn't mean a lot. Also, the only explanation she used was extremely immature and uncalled for. Yes, fixing art is horrible, however. Threats like that are extremely odd in my opinion.
I mean, people were pointing out they both use the same text-to-speech. They also both draw on the same program. It's not a smoking gun, but it's a little interesting. And here's what some commenters had to say. This person writes, TBH, drawing yourself biting the curb for some fame is strange. And somebody says, sad to find out about this after I did fan art. And if you go to their page, they had less than 1,000 followers before the art fixing controversy, and then now they have almost 23,000 followers, which is interesting. And they deleted all of the art fixing videos. They're all gone. And on their recent videos, all the comments are turned off as well. Well, I guess they got what they wanted, right? I mean, it seemed like they wanted some fame, some attention. And they got it. They got the fame. They got the attention. That's what we can see the end result of rage bait. Again, I'm gonna be honest, right? Don't send hate to them. They are just a kid. I don't know their age. I'm extremely certain they're not an adult. So kids do dumb shit all the time. Sora, I mean, to be fair, I've seen people do marketing ploys like this and it works. This is just badly executed. Yeah. I mean, pity marketing. I don't like pity marketing. It works. Like pity marketing does work. I've seen it work in many cases. There's an author. I thought about covering her. I actually own one of her books because I bought it before I knew all the controversy, but this author, I found out later, was notorious for pity marketing. Her most recent stint was she had a new book that came out. She posted a TikTok video with her book sobbing, being like, my marketing agent like screwed me over, and if I don't get X amount of sales, they're gonna pull my contract and they're gonna pull all my books off the shelves and da da da. And then people exposed her because they were like, dude, that's not how marketing agents work. What kind of BS are you talking about? But the comments, everybody was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for you. I want to support a small indie author. Of course I'm gonna go buy your book. And that author is notorious for pity marketing. That's a whole rabbit hole I can go down too, because I found that out way later. I'm like upset that I have her book now. I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, I didn't know. But I agree, Sora. It is a big marketing ploy and there are ways to do it really well. And I do think, again, this one I do agree was not a marketing ploy that was done well. But yeah, don't send hate to them. That is not the intention of this video at all.